Today I'm taking a look at the handheld thermal camera. It does come with a user manual. It says it has a resolution of 104 by 104 with a TISR view of 240 by 240. Working band is 8 to 14 micrometers. Pixel size is 12 micrometers. Frame rate 25 Hz. 50 MKA at 25 degrees Celsius or 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Field of view is 50 degrees. Lenses is 1.4 and is an f1.1. Temperature measuring range is negative 10 degrees Celsius to 500 degrees Celsius. That is actually a very wide range. Temperature measurement accuracy is within 2 Celsius or 3.6 degrees Fahrenheit, or plus or minus 2% of reading, whichever is greater. Interface is USB-C, supports charging and data transfer. Says it comes with a 2600 milliamp hour battery, and it'll run for approximately 8 hours. So here it is. Got a very nice purple on black look on it. Looks like we got a spot for a tether there on the side. It does have a trigger. We got our two cameras there on the front. It does have a 1/4-20 on the bottom, so if you want to, we can set that guy up on a tripod and just have that thing standing so we don't have to hold it. On the top, we've got our USB-C port, and that does come with our USB-A to USB-C cable. That also comes with a tether in the event that we want to make sure that we do not lose this guy. And that is actually a fairly nice cable. It's a fully braided USB-A to USB-C cable. So on the back, we've got our interface. We've got our power and our back button right here. Nice looking display on that for a 2.8 inch. That is actually fairly large. Okay, and then it just starts working right there out of the box. Now you can see those little points moving around, so that is telling us the hottest point, the coldest point, and the center point. And then we can see in the center it says 36 degrees. And then we can see up in the corner right there that is telling us the hottest point, just in case we can't follow that and read it. And we got the coldest point right there. And it is also telling us the emissivity of 0.99. I also appreciate seeing right there, we've got our battery indicator to let us know how much charge we got left. So let's hit the home button. So here we got our measurement points. We can go into that menu. We got none. So if we want to remove all those points, if they're just getting in the way, we can turn those off, or we can turn them on and off individually right here. So we got center, hot, and cold. So if we just want to see one or the other, we can do that. We also have a zone, and we can edit the zone. So if we need to move that zone around, we can do that. I prefer using the center hot spot and cold spot for my measurements. I'm going to leave it right there. If we click to the right, we've got our color palette. So right now it is on iron, which I prefer. We can change that to white hot, black hot, rainbow, high contrast, red hot, arctic, lava, coldest, and it looks like that's all of them. So you can use whatever setting is going to be most pleasant for your eyes. We got settings, language. We can actually change the emissivity here. We can turn on and off our TISR view. We got units in Celsius. So if we want to, we can set that to Fahrenheit. We also have Kelvin. Temperature compensation is in 1 meter. We can also change that to 2 meters or 0.5 meters. Temperature range. So we have automatic. We can also adjust that manually. So if we don't want to go above 302 degrees, we can use that. If we want to go to super hot, we can use that. I'm going to keep that on auto. We also have custom buttons. So that is going to be for this button right here, the P button. We've got calibrate, so if we want to calibrate, we can turn that on. Then we just hit P, it'll calibrate. We can turn on and off the TISR view. We can change the color palette, switch temperature range, all measurements, all alarm switches, and back. So very nice. So we have a programmable button, so we don't have to go through the menu in the event that we got something that we like to use all the time. And then we got more. So tell us a date. Looks like we can look at the storage. So it looks like we have 4 gigabytes of internal storage and we have 3.1 gigabytes available. We have an alarm. So this is nice. So what that's for is in the event that anything ever gets too hot, it will actually set off an alarm. So that's really where you would use the 1/4-20. You'd set this in front of something. If it gets too hot, it will alarm and let you know. So very handy having that. We have auto power off. We got 30 minutes. Distance unit is in meters. And we can switch that to feet if we prefer. Temperature bar, we can turn that on or off. So that is just that bar that was on the side. Brightness, so if we want to save battery power, if this is just too bright for us, we can turn that up or down. Dead pixel correction, restore factory settings, check for upgrades, and about. Then we got albums. So if we were to press that trigger, that will take a picture for us. We got a check mark right there. We'll hit OK. So let's go back to album, hit OK. And we can see right there we have got the picture of our hand that we just took. So if we ever need to take a picture of something, we need to go show somebody, we can do that. And then back to measurement. So nice and simple. So that's nice. We got a direct button right there. We can go back to that album. Now if we press and hold the trigger, we can see now we are recording. So whatever I do, that's just going to be recording a video. So we can go to our album and we can play that back. Not all thermal cameras actually have that feature, so I'm very glad that this one does.
Alright, so here we've got an electrical panel. Using that, we can see which one of those are actually on and running. We've got an air compressor. And we can see that we're pulling about 104 degrees there in the bottom, which is actually pretty cool. Over here we got a chiller. And we can see the hot spots on there. Especially for something that's very hot, not having to go up to it and like put our hands on it, that is a very beneficial thing. Over here we got our heat exchanger. You can see that's nice and cool, 72. Here we've got our pump motors. You can see which ones are on, how hot those guys are actually getting. Let's check out here. Just through the doors we can see how well we are insulating there. And we got our cooling tower. And we can see all the temperatures we got on that. Hottest spot is actually just the roof of the building. And one thing I always love looking at are these electrical panels. One thing we need to make sure is that those fans are blowing on the top. And with this, we can actually see that those fans are pushing the heat out the top, so we know those fans are working. So very handy diagnostic tool. Let's go ahead and connect this to the computer. And I believe we will have, okay, we can see that that is charging. Well, let's turn that on. All right, and that did show up. Now we can see those files. And there's the one that we just recorded. So if we ever want to copy those files, all we have to do is select what we want, hit copy, and then go to the drive we want and hit paste. And that's it. Now we got all those files right here on the hard drive. If we need to email them, something like that, cannot make that any easier than that. So now right click, eject. All right, it is ejected. And we can remove that. So yeah, very interesting thermal camera. Really love how that thing works. Love that we got all those features on there. And for the price, that thing is an absolute steal. So overall, I'm very happy with that.